Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the second part of this series about running a virtual private server using Vultr on the cloud. In the first part, I talked a bit about Vultr and setting up or spinning out an instance of a VPS. I have got that instance running. If you click on the V button up here, you can see I've got that instance running, a cloud compute instance which is running right now. Set up for the location of New Jersey, and the status is currently saying is running. You can essentially I can delete that server if I wanted to. I can view the console for this particular server if I wanted to, and I'm going to show you all of that a little bit later on. But one of the things that I wanted to do with this video is essentially go in and explain to you a little bit more about some of these icons on the left hand side of the screen as you're seeing. So we're going to start with products, and what I'll do is I'll probably do a little bit more of an in-depth video about the products and the instances. I might do a little bit more of an in-depth video about what these areas sort of entail. So like snapshot allow you to capture a snapshot of your entire server as a copy, and you can use that to restore that snapshot to a new instance. Let's say if something happens to your server, you can use that snapshot to restore at that point in time what your server was doing. So if you set it up initially, you can literally add a snapshot and use that snapshot to restore your server back to that earlier sort of state. There's an area for backups as well, and this allows you to then back up your server. ISOs allow you to add any ISO that isn't available. So you can use various different types of ISOs to install custom OSs, boot your own recovery system if you wanted to. You can also upload your own custom ISOs or browse the public Vultr ISO website, and they've got a lot of ISOs. So if you're using Windows, you may or you must slipstream the virtual IO drivers into the installation CD. If you do not do this, the installer will not be able to detect the disk, which is something to be aware of with Windows. But you can have your own ISOs. That's the gist of it all. You can have scripts here, and if I deploy the server, I can automate certain parts of the operating system installation. And you know, the Vultr docs will give you a lot of information as to how to create your own startup script. This is where you set up your DNS server. You can host your DNS with Vultr's global network. You can also have block storages where you can create expandable storage volumes. You can have objects, you can have firewalls, you can have network configuration systems on here. You can then also think about load balancing and you know, ensuring that you've configured a load balancer that allows you to then monitor your operating system if there's any failovers. So you can do load balancing stuff here as well, but it's very easily laid out for you. So that concludes our section on the product section. For the next video, we're going to talk about the billing section.